Hello and welcome to the Motorway Man, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to the Motorway Quiz 18. Yes, the 18th of my Motorway Quiz series. If you are enjoying the series, you like a good quiz, and you just want to see what other quizzes I've done, then you can check out the playlist on my channel of all the Motorway quizzes I've done, and you shall find all 18 of them on there. So as always, before we get into things with the quiz, I will read you the rules before we start. So as usual, I will read each question twice. You will then get 7 seconds to think of your answer. I will then reveal the answer, and at the end of the quiz you can give yourself a mark out of 7, because there's 7 questions, and of course if you want to, you can comment your final score down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear how you did. And before we get into things, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into things with our first question. Question 1. Which motorway is closest to Shrewsbury? The M6, the M54 or the M48? Question 1. Which motorway is closest to Shrewsbury? The M6, the M54 or the M48? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is the M54, the closest motorway to Shrewsbury, so great job there if you said the M54. And fun fact, the image I'm using there in the bottom right corner is actually of the dingle, which is basically like a flower garden which you can find in Shrewsbury Town Centre, which I took when I was last there. It's right by the cathedral, so great job there if you said M54. Question 2. How many motorway service stations are located inside of the M25? 1, 2 or 3? Now what I mean for this, I'll put a map on screen. As you can see, the M25 is a big circle near enough. And how many service stations fall inside of that circle? Is it 1, 2 or 3? How many service stations are inside the M25? 1, 2 or 3? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is 2. 2 service stations fall inside of the M25, so great job there if you went for 2. Now, question 3. We've established 2 service stations fall inside the M25, but which are they? Which 2 service stations are located inside the M25? Is it Heston and Beaconsfield, London Gateway and Beaconsfield, or Heston and London Gateway? Which 2 service stations are located inside of the M25? Heston and Beaconsfield, London Gateway and Beaconsfield, or Heston and London Gateway? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is Heston and London Gateway. Heston on the M4 services, close to Heathrow Airport. And fun fact about Heston, it's built on an old RAF base, and London Gateway on the M1 are the only 2 service stations that can be found located inside of the M25. Great job if you said Heston and London Gateway. Question 4. A plane overshot the runway and crashed onto which motorway? The M1, the M6 or the M11? Now to clarify, I'm talking about an incident on the 2nd of June 2002 when a brake failure caused a heritage aircraft to crash at the Imperial War Museum in Duxford. A plane overshot the runway and crashed onto which motorway? Did it crash onto the M1, the M6 or the M11? The correct answer is the M11. Great job there if you said the M11. Question 5. Which motorway is longer? The M4, the M27 or the M5? Which motorway is longer? The M4, the M27 or the M5? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is the M4. By quite a fair bit, the M4 is the longest motorway on that list. The M4, of course, which runs from the west of London to the southwest of Wales. The motorway is 189 miles long, so 304 kilometres. So great job there if you said the M4. Question 6. At the time of this video's release, what is the newest service station on the motorway? Is it Rugby, Rotherham, or Leeds Skelton Lake? Question 6. At the time of this video's release, so May 2026, what is the newest service station on the motorway? Is it Rugby, Rotherham, or Leeds Skelton Lake? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is Rotherham Services. Skelton Lake opened in 2020, Rugby in 2021, and Rotherham just last year in 2025. Now, Welcome Break, when they built the place, said that they wanted it to feel and look just like a Yorkshire village, and it has a fountain and everything. And I'm very happy that I shall be visiting Rotherham Services this next week. I really look forward to it. So on Sunday, or maybe even by the time you watch this episode, there will be a service station tour of Rotherham Services for you to enjoy. And lastly, question 7. Rotherham Services is located on which motorway? The A1M, the M1, or the M18? Rotherham Services is located on which motorway? The A1M, the M1, or the M18? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is the M1. Rotherham Services was developed by Welcome Break at junction 33 of the M1, and it's also accessible to traffic on the A630, and like I said, there is a tour coming on Sunday. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate your time as always. If you enjoyed the quiz today, please give the video a good old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Please comment down below how well you did. I'd love to hear how it went, and be sure to try out any of my other quizzes on my channel. If you like this quiz style content, there is 18 of them now. I look forward to visiting Rotherham Services in the coming weeks, and I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, give the video a good old thumbs up, and I shall catch you in the next one. Goodbye.